Right, community members have been donating food parcels and other supplies for firefighters and volunteers taking part in the efforts. Lakeside Fire Station is one of the locations receiving those donations, and our senior anchor Andrew Barnes is there for us this morning. Hi there, Andrew. How are those collections going so far?
Thick and fast, Joanne. I mean, the community response to these hundreds of firefighters that are now battling the blazes in the mountains behind me, it gives you goosebumps. I mean, it's just a steady stream of people. In this building behind me, absolutely piles and piles and piles of crates of water, fruit, food, you name it. Just a steady stream of people. Some people arriving with bags of takeaways, other people, their car boots absolutely full of donations for these firefighting teams. And they need it. I mean, as I said, it's no exaggeration. There are hundreds of firefighting teams. They're arriving from upcountry all the time as they're really hoping to take advantage of the change in the weather. You might not be able to see it on camera, but there are some drops of rain. I don't think it's going to be enough really to turn the tide today, but what it is going to do is give these firefighters at least some respite from the heat that we had in Cape Town yesterday, one of the hottest days on record since record keeping began. But this really nothing short of a military operation.
Andrew, it's pretty difficult for those of us who've never been in this kind of situation to understand the kind of pressure firefighters must be under. Well, one picture online today is showing a firefighter who'd been working for 30 hours straight. Surely these donations and the community efforts to support these firefighters are bringing home exactly the kind of task they're faced with.
Yeah, I mean, Joanne, you can actually just, as I talk to you now, the rain is actually coming down quite heavily. I'm going to ask Tommy just to pass me the umbrella because it's actually coming down quite fast. I'm struggling to see you. Cheers of it's raining from behind me as the rain starts coming down. Again, let's hope it's going to be enough. But driving over here from the city where I stay, the city pretty clear the air. Coming around the corner from Wynberg, if you've ever driven out of Cape Town, coming past UCT down towards the southern peninsula, you come around that corner where you expect to see mountains and this incredible vista. Unreal this morning. I mean, actually quite unnerving for a local. Coming around that corner and just seeing nothing. The air is blue, it's thick. Visibility is down to about a kilometre, just over a kilometre, which sounds like quite a lot until you realise we're talking about the Cape, where you can literally see for miles on a clear day. But the air is thick. There's a steady rain of ash falling everywhere. The air is thick with smoke. I mean, my eyes are starting to sting, and I've only been here an hour. I mean, spare a thought for these guys that are right in the thick of it. Behind me, as I said, the tables and tables of laptops, people coordinating the effort. We know that effort is concentrated on three main areas today. That's Constantia Neck, where the fire is now spread. The main road linking Constantia Neck down to Wynberg is closed. If you want to drive out of Hout Bay up over Constantia Neck, you're going to need to take Rhodes Drive, which takes you down towards Kirstenbosch. But you cannot now get from Hout Bay over to Wynberg through Constantia Neck, the fire now having reached that point. Clovelly, which we've been talking about now for a couple of days, the fire is still raging there, and in Hout Bay. So those three main fronts today that are being concentrated on.
What is amazing, Andrew, is that under these circumstances, the kind of conditions you've described just a moment ago, we still see these reports of looting of some of the homes that have been abandoned.
Yeah, terrible stuff coming through on Twitter in the past hour or so. The city of Cape Town saying that some of the homes that have been evacuated, many of them voluntarily, we have to stress. The city of Cape Town again saying this morning that there's been no mass evacuations, really just pockets of evacuations, and then people deciding to voluntarily get out of harm's way. But the nasty side of the response to this is that some of those homes are now being looted, with people taking advantage of the fact that there's no one there. There's no real police to respond to anything. The police presence here is incredible. There are roads closed all over Cape Town, and to make matters worse, people are stopping on the side of the road, disrupting traffic, trying to get a picture for their Facebook page.
Andrew, indeed. Thanks very much for watching that situation for us. And Andrew Barnes live to us there from the Lakeside Fire Station, where people have flocked to support firefighters with their donations. Still ahead.